In Cold War, Treyarch has included some things hidden within the game that only the eagle-eyed will catch, because of course they like to play some games with you. Since I thought some of these were really cool Easter eggs, I thought I'd let you know about them, and how to do them before your friends so you get there early. So without further ado, let's just get straight into it. Hey guys, and welcome back to Cold Robo, and today I'll be taking a look at the top Cold War Easter eggs. But before we begin, you need to like, comment and subscribe, and without further ado, let's just get straight into the video. So first up on this list is one that is the Maschiene Easter Egg. This is relatively hard and quite long, so get ready for some steps to write down if you want to do it. There are some great explanations on YouTube on how to do it, from NoahJ456 and a couple websites, but once you've run all around the map, going to the Nach der Untoten building, and other places, then you'll have gotten a DIE Shockwave Wonder Weapon, to then upgrade to a DIE Cryo Emitter, which then you can upgrade again to a DIE Nova 5, so finally you can build the Ether Scope, which is where you get to the nitty gritty of this Easter egg, and trust me, it's pretty cool. Once you've obtained a crash site, a pack-a-punch and a spawn, you can head to the bench near the particle accelerator where you can complete some more steps towards the goal. Once you've done all of this upgrading and whatnot, then you'll be able to do an exfil, which means once you've escaped the facility in the 90 seconds you've been given, then you have finally completed this Easter egg. And trust me, if you do this one, make sure you give yourself a pat on the back and tell me in the comments, because I'll be pretty impressed. Second of all, you can do this one while actually doing the previous one, which is where once you've made the pack-a-punch in the Maschiene map, you can find these glowing light sources, which if you shoot all 5 of them, then this weird light tunnel kind of trippy thing happens. It's hard to explain, but once you see it, you know what I mean. And then the classic dancing coffin meme appears, which I think is a cool and funny addition from the devs. Not quite sure why they're putting memes in the game, but I'm not complaining. The only difference is instead of zombies dancing with the coffin on their shoulders like the meme does, they are holding a crate, which once the Easter egg's finished, it contains salvage like a free Juggernog perk, and if you're lucky you can get another wonder weapon. And I reckon if you do this quick Easter egg, then you can get through a few more rounds in zombies, which I think is awesome. Next up, we have something that you can do in campaign, which is where when you're infiltrating the Soviet base, think where they're practicing like fighting Americans in a fighting base. Well, here there is like a burger building, which if you go outside, there is a fat character mascot type thing, which has a button on the side of it, and when you press it, it makes a fat joke. Each press says a different joke, which is like a snarky comment.
Are you sure? Our meat even tastes like meat.
And if you press it enough times, then a grenade launcher appears behind of it. This sounds pretty random, but honestly, it's pretty cool. This just obliterates, and so if you need to do any quick kills, just do it. Just make sure to be efficient because there's only 4 munitions in it. However, it's still pretty fun. When you get to doing the KGB mission, you're going to be brought to the council, where what looks like a relatively normal council actually has some cool surprises in it. If you go to the far side of the table, there are 2 people that if you're an OG you might recognise, and you won't believe your eyes to begin with. This is because the characters are actually from the Modern Warfare series. Is this like a crossover? The first one is a bad guy from Modern Warfare, whose name, Zakhev, you might recognise. The other one is Kravchenko, who you might remember from the OG Black Ops, who was meant to be assassinated, but Black Ops 1 is set in 1960, but is actually only killed in BO2, which is set in the 80s. I think they added this just for the OG players, just to let them know that they still do remember them. At number 5, we have something that you might want to do to make the campaign a little less intense. When you sneak into the Soviet training thingy base in the red light green light mission, you'll see as you enter in the room there's a fully functional arcade, which if you have time to take a closer look, you can actually use some of the machines. So if you're getting a bit stressed from this campaign, which I understand, then you can relax and play some of these fully functional arcade games, which are from the 1980s, but still, then you can let off some sweat before you get back to grinding the game again. Now, in the mission Echoes of a Cold War, on campaign, there is an Easter egg which is actually pretty cool. In the mission itself, Mason and Woods go back to the Soviet Area 51 type base where there's a locker situated on the wall which requires a key, but inside of the locker you'll be able to find a cool weapon along with a picture that only the OGs will remember. This man is called Felix Steiner, who is a Nazi scientist who Mason is brainwashing and killing. When this happens, a flash of numbers appears, which is where the mind control stuff is going on. I think this is a little thing which is actually pretty cool. No, but anyway. So in multiplayer for our last one, there's a map called Cartel, which already has some cool bugs to check out, which are in one of our videos. But this is an Easter egg and is actually meant to be there, unlike the bugs, which is that there are a few little things added in that you might recognise from a character featured in previous Black Ops. For instance, there's a house that's linked to a character from BO2 called Raul Mendez, which are actually quite subtle references. There are images on the inside of the house that have pictures of him on it, which are pretty subtle, and only the eagle-eyed will see it, and we can also confirm this because the loading screen has the same date as the BO2 mission is set in. There's also a newspaper within this house which has a picture of, I think is his dad, and if you look on the bed, there's a dead body, so something went down. I don't want to know, but something did go down anyways. So there are some of what I thought were the coolest Easter eggs in Cold War, both campaign and multiplayer. If you found any of these useful, please make sure to leave a like down below as well as commenting which one you found the coolest. And you could be within a chance of winning a $25 Amazon gift card at the end of each month. So thank you all so much for watching, as always, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.